Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the very first time if you're new here. I haven't sat down, filmed, and uploaded a video in months. I think the last time that I uploaded something was back in the fall. I did a fall vlog, and ever since, life has just been very hectic. I had a pretty rough last year. So today I just want to sit down, chit chat, give a bit of an update, do a pretty makeup. This is what I've been using on my skin for, I want to say, about a good year or so. I've been going lighter on my bases, very easy on the eyes. I feel like now that my skin is in a point of more really aging, I'm gonna be 39 in a few weeks, I have noticed some changes, especially whenever I go for a full face of makeup. I look a little bit older than I would like, so I find that with this type of makeup, I look like I feel a little bit more youthful. So we're gonna do this makeup together. I do hope you enjoy and stick around for the entire video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for still being here if you've been here for a while. And before you leave, please be sure to subscribe. So let's go ahead and start with this very pretty, very summery, springy makeup look. I just added the Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter all over my skin. Even though I already did use a priming moisturizer, I do love the glow from this Charlotte Tilbury product. I've had it for a very long time. It seems to be never ending, but I feel like finally I'm reaching a point that it's probably gonna be empty in the next few months, but I still use it every single day, and look at that beautiful glow it provides. So today I wanted to do more of like a quick makeup look, a little bit of a catch up, just because this is the first time I literally sit down to film in months. I don't remember the last time that I sat down to film. For foundation, I'm using this super old one. This is by Becca, which does no longer exist, but I love this foundation. This is a very glowy foundation, and it was so pretty. I've been trying to declutter my makeup a little at a time, and right now I'm focusing on foundations. So this is one that I forgot that I had. That's how bad my foundation and makeup situation is. I just want to declutter and just keep the products that I really, really love and I use. And while I don't prefer to use a lot of foundation lately, this is a very thin and very almost light coverage, but it does provide a beautiful glow, which of course it's my favorite type of foundation. I just use the e.l.f. Brow Lift to freeze my brows while I do the rest of my makeup. I do like to clean them up from any foundation before I add this, to prevent them from looking a little bit ashy whenever I apply my my pencil. This is Peter. He's been banging at the door. He wants to leave the room. Peter, say hi! He's beautiful, my beautiful baby boy. He's my newest rescue. For corrector on my under eyes, to remove a little bit of that darkness from the lack of pigment that I have from vitiligo, I use the Tarte corrector in the shade Light Medium Peach. I'm almost done with this one, but I have a new one, freshly new, waiting on me whenever that is done. For concealer, I'm gonna be using the House Labs in the shade 24. So last year has just been a very hard year. Was a very hard year for me. Starting around March, my senior Pinto got sick. For some months there, we didn't know what was wrong. Eventually, we got a late diagnosis that he had cancer. He had mouth cancer, and it was very painful for him and for me to see him go through that. There really was nothing that we could have done, because even if we had found out earlier, we were not really gonna pursue any type of treatment because he was already pretty old. So we just sort of treated him for pain and everything, and he was still pretty good. But up until, I want to say, about the summer, he started getting much worse, and I had to make the heartbreaking decision to help him cross the rainbow. And it was very hard to come up to that decision. And looking back at it now, I feel like I did it a little bit longer than I should have. Probably if I had just done that, I want to say like a week later, he wouldn't have suffered as much as he did. So I will definitely always have that regret, but I just didn't want to lose. I guess my selfishness of not letting him go was what kept him almost like a week longer than he probably should have. it was extremely painful for me to see him go through all of that. It was extremely heartbreaking doing that, and just seeing him suffer. I will always think about him and just be heartbroken. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm never gonna get over losing him. He was my soul dog. He was my first rescue. So yeah, it's still very, very hard for me, and this is probably the first time that I've said this out loud without just starting to cry. So I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to keep going. So anyway, I'm just using the Rare Beauty brush to blend in all of this concealer, make sure everything is good. And so anyway, that was the start of a bad March, of a bad year. Actually no, because also right on March, at the beginning of March, we had a little group of ferals, of cats that we would take care of and would feed, and we would bring inside every night. So one morning in March, when I let them out, actually it was my mom who let them out that morning, they would always come back about lunch, you know, kind of like just to check in, and I called them and I would come running from all over that neighborhood. But they would always just stay in like my little block, in like 2 houses down us. That's where they would stay. So that March, one of them, I don't want to say my favorite, but he was my favorite, General Stripe, didn't come back. So he's been missing for a year and a few months, and again, so devastating, so heartbreaking, and I still cannot get over this, and I will start crying if I keep talking about it a lot. So that was another thing that added to the terrible year that I had last year. And from our little group of ferals, we originally had 5. We only had the 2 remaining, and after my Stripey disappeared, the other 2 have never stepped foot outside. They live in my house and they are never going outside. It took months for them to adjust because I found them as strays. They were feral cats, so it's very hard to get them accustomed to coming into the house for the nights. And then after Stripey disappeared, my husband and I were like, they're never gonna step foot outside. It is too dangerous. So it took months for them to adjust, but they have adjusted pretty good. So that was another bad thing that happened. I feel like I'm just recounting all the terrible things, but that's just kind of like where I've been in this past year. So I figured I would just chat with you guys about what that has been. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a bit of a contour, but I'm gonna go very light. I'll be using the Merit bronzer. I've got mine in the shade Scene. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I'm just going to apply this in my normal areas where I like to contour. I feel like literally everything happened in March, around the months of March and April. Also in March, we rescued our Prudence, which that was a very good thing. But I feel like with all of the bad things that happened about the same time, I didn't get to enjoy as much finally having her with us. Prudence is a big German Shepherd that we met since we moved into this house. She had been a stray in this neighborhood for, I don't know, they say about 7 years. And they were finally able to catch her. They is animal control. So of course we naturally adopted her, and she's been at home since last March. So she just turned a year with us, and that has just been fantastic. But again, because everything that happened with Bean and with my General Stripey, I didn't really get to enjoy that first year of Prudence here because I've just been absolutely shattered with everything else. But anyway, that was a good highlight of the year. And then whenever Bean was very, very sick, probably about, I want to say about a week or 2 before we made the decision of helping him cross the rainbow bridge, I found a cat. I saw a kitty cat running around in front of my house. I called him and he came running to me. So I fed him for a few times until one day he came to my door fully beaten up. Like someone had hurt him so bad. His face was so horrible and beat up. I'll probably post a few pictures here of the minute that I got him. So after that, that day that he came home so beat up, my husband was like, hey, we need to bring him in. I wanted to bring him in since the beginning. And we did bring him in, and we took him to the doctor, and we got all his shots. We got him all healed up. So we kept him, of course. He's my little Peter, who you just saw a minute ago. I added a little bit of eyeliner with an old eyeliner that's just brown, and I just diffused it a little bit with a brush. Just mascara, I'll be using the one by Tarte. This is the Tubing Mascara, and I have it in the brown shade, which I really love. I've been wanting to use up all of my old mascaras that I've had, so I try to now pretty much buy one and use it up. So that's what I'm doing with this one. So then about November, after we had rescued Peter for just a few months, he started getting sick. And he got really sick to the point that I was rushing around trying to get him seen. We went to a specialized hospital, and it was not looking good. They wanted to do a surgery on him. He had some type of issue with his bilirubin, that he was just not releasing it. So his bilirubin was extremely high. So that was another few months of a ton of stress, because he was just going through it. And of course, I was trying to find him a good doctor that could actually save him, because here in the US they pretty much said there's nothing we can do except for do a very costly surgery. They quoted me about $10,000, and I just didn't have that type of money. I don't have $10,000 just sitting around. So what I did, I went over to Mexico with him, and I found an excellent doctor just crossing the border, and he pretty much saved my Peter. He gave him some medicines, and we changed his diet, and that was it. That was all we had to do. And the fact that here in the US they were charging me and pushing for surgery so madly, like there was no way. They said there's nothing we can do except for we do this surgery. So yeah, that was another 4 months of stress, because I was waiting on him to recover and see if he was gonna make it. So, and then of course, to make things even worse after everything, once Peter was sort of like recovering, around January, I took Romulus, another one of my babies, to the doctor, because I felt something was wrong with him. And of course there was, because my intuition as his mom was correct. And after a lot of testing, we found out that he has Cushing's disease, which I've never heard of that. It's pretty much in his brain. He has a tumor, which is not cancerous, thank God, but it is still a tumor, and that affects his how he produces cortisol. So he produces too much. So now he's been, for almost 6 months, he's been on a medicine. June is gonna be his date to check everything. But it was very scary, just getting that diagnosed and finding the right doctor, the medicine. It's a very scary condition if you don't have it under control. But luckily we found a good place and good medication, and right now he's pretty in control. Again, in June we're gonna go back to the doctor to check on his levels, make sure everything is still good and the medicine is doing what it's supposed to be doing. But yeah, all in all, I've been very busy with my babies, as you can tell by all of the stories, and I've just been going through it, not in the best way, but that's just a little update of what my last year has been, and a big part of why I haven't really been as much on YouTube and, you know, just showing up and doing my thing here, because my hands have just been very full. So anyway, I'm using Rouge by Merit, my favorite blush. You look at how little this is. I'm almost done with it. This is definitely gonna be a repurchase whenever this one is gone. I was just chatting away, so I don't remember if I showed you what I was using for my highlight, but I did use the Hourglass palette. This one is super old, and I've been loving it. I've been grabbing this for, I wanna say, about 6 or 8 months, and I just love it. It gives you a beautiful, more natural glow. So now, for my brows, I'm just going to fill them in with the NYX micro pencil. I have mine in the shade Black. So they've already been frozen for a little while, so we should be good. I'm almost done. We need some lips. So what I've been using lately is gonna be this combo that it is very new to me. When I was in Mexico, I wanna say like 3 weeks ago, one of my friends had this at her house. This is the e.l.f. Sheer for It blush tint, but I've been using it on my lips and I really love it. So I'm starting with a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Walk of No Shame. So I just had a little bit of Burt's Bees on my lips, so I want to go ahead and line my lips, and I need to not talk to this. Now that the lip liner is done, let's move on with the e.l.f. Blush tint. So I haven't even used this as a blush. I've just been using it for my lips and I really love it. And I feel that it leaves a very pretty natural red to your lips. I just love it. And then lastly, we have to finish every makeup look with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And here is the full face of makeup. I really love it. Very light on my eyes, the pop of red, but more on the natural side. Very glowy base. Absolutely my type of makeup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Bye!